Here are 4 great figures of some UA first-year boys for under 30 USD.
Part 2.
Welcome to Running on Empty. And next is our stalwart wielder of fire and ice, who always impresses us with his ability to overcome his heroic and personal battles. It's Shoto Todoroki in the Amazing Heroes Volume 29 by Banpresto at about 25 USD. This figure is second to last in weight and height of all the 4 figures today at about 154 grams and 15.5 centimeters. And unfortunately, he has the most errors in today's figure lineup. Firstly, there are some paint defects in his hair. You can clearly see here there's a smudged red area on top of his head, and there are also areas where they didn't quite finish the paint job in the red bits of his hair. Also, on my figure, the front and back section of the red parts of his hair are 2 different shades. I'm sure this will differ from figure to figure, but Todoroki as a character is one that figure manufacturers seem to struggle with, I think. Then there's his face. It's not bad, but I just give it a B, since to me this is not quite Shoto's face. The rest of the figure, though, is great, with another nice dynamic wide but sturdy stance, with great wrinkle detail. I also like the way they sculpted his hands here, and I think this is where the best details are on this particular figure. All in all, this isn't a bad Shoto figure on a budget. Last but not least is an earnest hero with a burning determination to save people with the power of his words and actions, is our general studies standout Hitoshi Shinzo in the Amazing Heroes Volume 18 by Banpresto at around 26 USD. At 141 grams, this is the lightest figure of today's lineup, but he comes second to Tokoyami in figure height at 16 centimeters from base to hair. He's also the figure with the most fragile element in that his scarf does move if you touch it and could snap if you gripped it too hard or dropped it. Again, another fantastic and dynamic pose here, with the wrinkle detail helping to bring this stance to life. Shinzo is also not usually an emotive guy, so I like that they've used this narrow-eyed expression of determined concentration here. It's very him. I also like that this pose illustrates Shinzo's progress in his journey, because he's clearly in the act of parallel processing by swinging one hand wide to deploy the scarf and using his other hand to manipulate his artificial vocal cord modulator. It's subtle but great storytelling in a figure, and in my opinion is one of the best Shinzo figures out there. Another A+.